Hello, it's Andrew at Gongs Unlimited, and I'm here to show you a beautiful set of 3 tuning forks that we've had made. They're brass tuning forks that are 3 frequencies of the Rife frequencies. Royal Rife, you may have done, if you've done any research on alternative healings and sound healings, you may have come across Royal Rife's name. There's a fair degree of controversy over what he did, and you can do the research. In the middle part of the 20th century, he discovered if he could focus specific frequencies, he was an inventor, on certain cells, he could destroy the cells. And so from that, there became a whole line of, could he cure cancer cells, could he not, all that stuff. A lot of controversy that we're not wading into. We're not saying that what his frequencies do cure illnesses, to be clear. That's not what we ever say with sound healing, sound therapy. But there was so much research that he's done and followers of his that we really wanted to test out and see what we could discover with some of the frequencies. So we have a set that has 465 hertz, as well as, be clear, 787 hertz, and the highest pitched one is 880 hertz. These are all based on some of Rife's research, and these are all what they kind of call general or universal type healing frequencies. They're going to work on a lot of different levels. So we got them. We decided to test them out and see what we've got, what we're working on, and we'll kind of give you what our initial thoughts are, what it works on, and do a little healing here on Sarah, our willing guinea pig healing person. And you might find even greater value, greater things than we are, because these are all 3 of them are general, universal type healing frequencies. We just are trying to explore what's out there besides what the standard things that we're running into in 2023. So the first one, and by the way, it always helps to have a 60-inch Paiste symphonic gong working behind you when you do this work. If you don't have a 60-inch Paiste symphonic gong, give us a call. That was a joke. We just happen to have one out. So these are made of brass, not aluminum. We have them custom made for us in Europe. So 465 hertz. One of the things I've discovered by testing it and looking at it and saying is 465 works really well on the nervous system, relieving stress. And when you're going to do a healing of any type, even in the sense if you're doing physical surgery, you want that person relaxed, you anesthetize them. Or you want that body calmed down so that they could work on other things. And we have a lot of nervous system stress from our day-to-day life, our thoughts, all that stuff. So what I'm going to work on here with the 465 is I'm going to work a lot on Sarah's spine and eventually the nervous system going out to her legs. The nervous system goes all through your body, the brain, the spine, all that, and there's a level of stress. So Sarah, you can just relax. At some point you can even probably I may ask you to move your arms up, not yet, but I will in a little bit, okay? I also want to note that when you hear this on the video, we'll probably even enhance the sound of the tuning forks. They're not going to be as loud as you hear on this healing, but having it a louder sound in the video makes it nice because you couldn't follow along. I want to be clear that I've not trained in any school of tuning forks. I just kind of ride with my intuition, what I'm reading from her body in this. If you look at me and what I'm doing and you're trained in some particular school and I'm not doing it right, it's because I'm not trained in your school. I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm just kind of intuiting it and using kind of a clairvoyant awareness. and tickle. That's right, you weren't expecting it. I'm going to go down to around the bottom of the spine. Sarah, can you put your arms like kind of up on the thing if you can, facing, yeah, like that. Perfect. Thank you. I'm following her nerves down the way, trying to help it kind of craft a pathway for the stress to come out. So when I'm going down her arms here, I'm kind of going, where's the energy blocks that need some, breaking the dams. Sir, can you separate your feet a little from me here? Thank you. And then what I'm going to just do is I let that kind of frequency kind of let the nervous system experience it just in general around the auric field right there. Because a lot of nervous system pent up stuff happens and then you hold on to it. Sarah, I just want to, I'll kind of, if she was sitting in a chair upright, I probably would get towards the front of her skull, but I'm just going to kind of work it there. Yeah, now I start to see some stuff starting to flow. Yeah, you have a big kind of block right here. I know for a fact Sarah's pretty good at creating things to release stress from her nervous system, but she has a lot of stress and it starts to build up. Sorry, can you just lift up your foot, like they bend it in half? Yeah, right there, thanks. And the other one. One sec. There we go. Now I could go on if I was doing an actual therapy session a lot longer, but Sarah, what did you experience thus far?
I feel a flow through my body. Everything seems like it's coming together, working together, communicating with each other through my body.
Good. That's where we're working on. The nervous system is like a vast tributary of many rivers of nerves, and that's what I was trying to do, is get that flow going. From there, you heal the body. You start to heal parts, systems in the body, then other systems can go. We're going to move on to the next section. There'll be a brief dissolve here. We're going to move on to the next section, which is the, I believe, 787 hertz frequency. Okay, thanks. And we're back. I now have the 787 hertz fork. Again, this is a very general, universal type healing, but I've noticed with this frequency, where it wanted to work a little bit on was the thymus gland. The thymus gland, again, it's not here to cure any actual diseases. Go to a medical professional if you have that issue. The thymus gland above your heart, right above the heart, and it's actually where a tremendous amount of our immune system action takes place. It's making all those T cells, making all those stuff, up until the point where it doesn't make any, where it just has them, and training them and teaching them. We're learning so much about this thymus gland. And a lot of times, we're under stress, and our immune system is under duress these days, or people are having all kinds of illnesses based on reactions that their immune system's having. For whatever reasons. I don't even want to get into that here. This is that's an hour-long conversation. But this one had a very interesting effect. I've noticed that it works very well on the thymus gland. Now, when you've had a very stressed out nervous system, your immune system's under stress. So let's see what happens. Sarah, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to be right around your thymus gland. Is that okay? Can you feel that? What I'm noticing is that the work we did first with the nerve, and you don't have to follow my rules or direction at all, you create your own, but I've noticed with the relaxing of the nervous system, what I'm doing now is flowing much better. I sometimes like to hold a tuning fork by an ear to someone, just to kind of lets the body know this is a frequency, they can actually hear it versus just experiencing it on their body. This is a frequency we're working with. So the body goes, oh, I hear that. I do see Sarah's very healthy, but I do see, a little bit of duress. The stress can sometimes get to your immune system. But part of what keeps her going is she has pretty strong vitality, pretty strong health in her body. So great, because it's more of like a tune-up than fixing a dis-ease. I put it on your thigh right there. I'm going to kind of wave it around here. I don't like, but I do see the thymus gland is trying to connect to liver and spleen and pancreas a little bit better. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put it very gently right near your belly button. Look at that. I made her digestion move. Oh, that was the gong. I'm sorry. I'm also going to kind of put it near neck, help the thymus gland connect to the lymph glands. And I really see she wants it right by her eyes too. I'm going to hold it right here by her nasal passage too. I don't think Sarah's that affected by allergies, but it's very allergic season and your immune system is a reaction to that. Do one last one here on the thymus. Let me get it on the thymus gland. And then I'm just letting her body do the work. Her body, I just give her a little. Sarah, what are you noticing from that healing? If anything, you may not.
If I could describe how I feel with the color, I would choose the color white.
Interesting. And why white?
I just feel like cleansed, I guess you could say.
All right, there you go. Yeah, because that's what was really, and interesting enough, the immune system deals with white blood cells, all that stuff. So that's her intuitive reaction to it, and that's great. That's great. I like how you did. We're going to be back one more time with the last one, which is the 880 hertz. And Sarah will be flopped over the other way when you see us next. All right. right, I'm back with the third of the 3 Rife frequencies. This one is an 880 hertz. And this one, it's fairly high pitched. Most of these are higher frequencies. People don't realize that most of Rife's work with and stuff you're not going to be able to make tuning forks with. It was very high frequency ones where it's better just with a tone generator, a hertz generator, whatever the phrase might be. But this 880 works well. Again, it's a universal one, general one, but we looked and it kind of works a lot on the lower organs and the lower chakras. So again, if you follow my flow with this, we did the nervous system, then the immune system and the thymus gland, and now we're going to the lower organs. And you could have done this, I could have done this with Sarah the other way, but I just feel it's more appropriate to do it back here. Like kidneys, livers, gallbladders, all that stuff, and this lower chakras, the 1, 2, 3. Because what we're doing is we're taking it, if you think about taking a step, nervous system's affected to the mind, affects the body, which affects the immune system health, which then affects and makes your organs work, either stress or well. So let's see what happens with this. This is the only really one I'm paying attention to, like the chakras, but you could also look at the endocrine glands there. The endocrine glands, like the thymus and all these down here, are all attuned to the chakras too. So when I say lower chakras, you could also look at the endocrine glands down here. On this side there. This is going to work on ovaries, testes, depending on your body. It's going to work on spleen and kidneys as just a general tonic. I'm going to remind the body there that from the front that I did work on the thymus gland, so I'm putting it up here to remind the thymus gland that this is the next frequency so they can work with each other. And I'm going to remind it up here, the nervous system. I do see there's something Sarah's getting ready to release, so I'm going to just spend a little bit more time here. Some of the stress she released was being held on to in the lower organs, the kidneys in particular. Bladder. And again, I don't know where the acupuncture points for these are. If you were an acupuncturist utilizing these, you would know exactly where to go. I'm just kind of reading the energy. So you could do much more than I could. There we go. And what is it? So there's Sarah. What did you experience on that last one?
I felt like a sense of rejuvenation and feeling of release.
Filling up, really? Yeah, yeah. Because there was stuff you were trying to release that we help with, and the rejuvenation is the rejuvenation of those organs. Again, it's a spiritual level, it's a frequency level, it's not a medical level, but I noticed this sound will affect people this way, and these frequencies, kind of, they did exactly for Sarah in her own words what I was noticing when I tested them on myself and some other people. It's that's what these frequencies are doing right now. You might find many other uses for them, and please do, because it's great to help people and share the healing around the world. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Joshua. And thank you, Brennan, camera dude. Okay, that's it.